How's everybody doing today? As you know, uh, I hope you first off, I hope you had a Merry Christmas, and I hope your New Year's go just as well. And today I got the lovely Material Life.
What's good?
Okay, now I've mostly gave my opinions about Taraji P Henson and everything uh evolving around Taraji P. Henson, and I wanted a woman's opinion on it. So who better than Material Life herself? So, B, I wanted your thoughts on the whole thing with Taraji P. Henson and her crying about getting shortchanged and not getting paid the amount that she should be paid. How do you feel about that?
I don't know. Do you want to bring up that video again?
I would like to, but the joint hit me with a copyright strike.
Woo! They got you.
Yeah, and I was like, "You said," and I could try to find another video, and
Mm.
but
You would have to you would have to either fast record it, really like speed record it, and then like just the sound bite. But we all know what she was crying about. She was crying about equal pay. So my whole gist about it, I do feel like I've always said that there's too many black women currently in the acting field that I feel like deserve beyond pay. Like they should be on Angelina Jolie status. And that's not even being funny when it comes to pay wise. Because they're naturally really good actors and they do their job amazingly. Taraji is definitely one of them. And it's not like she has classics, not just one, not just two, not just three. She has a lot of classic movies that she does, and she puts her all into it 100% all the time.
most definitely.
From Benjamin Button, like the thing is, it didn't even give you Taraji when she was on it. It didn't even give you that was Taraji because it was like the way you wasn't expecting her to be like play that character that well. Um, Acronym, which was really good because it didn't give you she could have been crazy because it reminds me of when Taraji played Economy, the Tyler Perry movie, where she claims is like that was the only time she was completely paid well, which is crazy to me because I'm just like, girl, what you
Acrimony.
been doing?
It's
Oh, acronym, One-
acrimony. Acrimony.
whatever. I can't even remember the like. I just know it was something.
Acronym. It's like acronym. I was like
I
acronym.
don't remember the name of it because it's so long ago, but I did watch it, but that movie when she claimed that was like the highest she got paid, I was like in shock because I was like, what you been doing this whole time? If that's the highest you got paid, why you ain't been screaming before?
You know what's funny you say about that? I still think she got shorted. I bet you because Tyler Perry works very cheap. So I
No,
bet you.
she didn't get shorted. She literally filmed the movie in 5 days.
Mm,
You know that?
yeah, I
The
know that.
whole movie was completed in 5 days. Like she filmed all her parts and she was literally in 95% of the movie. It wasn't like she was in 5% of the movie and it took her 5 days to film. She was a leading actor in a movie and she filmed it within 5 days. Tyler Perry worked within because she explained it in the when she was crying episode is like, when you get into a movie, it kind of locks you in. And the fact that Tyler Perry understood that and he was like, I can get it knocked out quickly as long as you put in the effort, and he paid her well. So Tyler Perry has never been shortchanged on paying people. That's why a lot of actors want to get on Tyler Perry movie. They audition to be on Tyler Perry because he's always paid them well. He's never shortchanged any of them when it came to acting. The whole thing between him and Monique it wasn't in regards to paying well because Monique had already got paid. Monique's problem was that they wanted her to do more that she wasn't obligated to continue doing. And to her, that was a problem. Y'all asking me because y'all just bought this series from this guy. And now y'all want me to continue doing more promo for a series because y'all just bought it. That's different. I already did what I was required to do. Y'all bought the series after the fact. It wasn't like, oh, they bought it and then they started filming the movie. The movie was completed when they bought it. So Monique did her promo run for Sundance.
Okay. Okay.
So she was just like, that's nah, y'all. First of all, now it's big money coming up. So I'm not about to do free stuff when it's
Which I
big
don't
money.
blame her.
When big money just bought it, if big money just bought it, and it wasn't just Tyler Perry who bought it was Lion Gates that bought it. So you talking about big money. Lion Gates got the coins to spend out.
Yeah.
And so she felt it was so disrespectful for her black friends to try to ask her to do something for free to help out big coins. Nah, bro, y'all wildin'. I did my part. So for me, what pissed me off about Taraji right now is because where were you at when Monique was fighting about the same equal opportunity? And Monique she turned down a lot of jobs because she felt like now that I won, what is it called? Now that I won this
The Academy
award,
Award.
yeah, now that I won this award, I'm told I'm supposed to be getting these big checks, but they're not coming. So she like, why are people still trying to give me $50 when I'm told I was supposed to be getting $1 million? She was like, nah, that's weird to me. So Monique was turning down jobs. It wasn't like she wasn't getting offers to play roles. She wasn't getting paid what she deserved, and she chose to turn them down. And the same thing, Viola Davis, when she came out after Monique and was like, she feels like it's messed up that black girls aren't, we're not getting paid what we deserve, or like she can't walk outside and play in a movie role with her natural hair because and she fought for the natural hair, being able to play in a role with her natural hair and not feel like something's wrong, or like they need her to have her hair chemically balanced and blase blase. So now these girls, where Taraji P Henson can walk around and play a role in her natural hair, and it doesn't look, and she can play a leading role and not have to have a wig that's a 22-inch bust down, flat and curly. Yeah, she should be thinking Viola, because it wouldn't be her that, because if black girls playing in their natural role in movies, they were slaves. They was washed up, getting beat up. They was crackheads. They wasn't giving them leading roles that was great roles in natural hair. So I'm like, where was y'all at? Like, where was Taraji at? Where was what's the one from Black Panther?
Angela Bassett.
Where was Angela Bassett? And even the one that pissed me off was the one that played in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Remember that season when her and Will finally confronted what the issue was and everything else?
Oh, Janet Hubert.
Yeah. So when she came on and her and Will Smith was explaining, he was apologizing to her, and she was explaining how she was blackballed and how she felt so hurt that Will would say that she was difficult to work with. And he was putting in all this, like, these labels and stigma that kind of ruined her career. And I was like, why was you silent though? That kind of irritated me because I felt like it was too many black women that came before Monique. It was too many black women that came way before Monique that suffered in silence and never said anything. And I'm like, Monique didn't say anything until she was tired of suffering in silence. So it wasn't like, oh, she was doing it to help the masses, but she was like, at one point she just got tired. But I'm just like, it was too many black women that came way before Monique. The amount of black actors we have that are amazing actors that suffered in silence, it irritates me, because the only reason why this amount of black actors is now trying to speak out is because it took writers. Let's be honest. Everybody jumped on the back of writers. They didn't jump on the back of of like other actors, they all jumped on the back of writers under their movement. These writers was fighting for their pay. They got tired as a masses and came together and fought together. So many single black ladies was fighting by themselves for many years. Singular. All of y'all could have took an opportunity because y'all wasn't getting paid. So I understand y'all got bills and whatever, but y'all could have, like under Monique, y'all all could have risen up and said, we not doing this. And y'all could have went on a strike. But y'all stood on the back of writers, not just the actors, but the directors too stood on the back of writers, because the writers started they strike and everybody just stood on the back of them. And the writers stood firm about the fact that they wanted to get paid right. Then the directors came on after that and stood on their back. And then the actors came after that and stood on their back. So you telling me none of y'all had the fight to do it originally, which I should have. And that's what pissed me off, to see her sitting here crying. Cause I'm just like, what you crying about now? Because why wasn't you crying when Monique was doing this almost, what, 8 years ago? Why wasn't you crying? When Viola Davis was up there on national television screaming about the fact that black people are not getting paid well. Because for the longest, y'all been silent boards. Where was y'all at when, even if as actors y'all wasn't getting paid well, but you know how many fights that the black community in the corporate world did for equal pay? Y'all could have jumped on that bandwagon. Y'all chose to jump on a bandwagon, not a black writer's strike. It was on the back of other white writers that came and took everybody with them. That's what irritated me about her. Like, what is you crying about? Like, how long you been suffering and now you choose to pretend, or like not pretend, but want to use your acting skills to be crying doing a press for The Color Purple? Because you wasn't talking about some, oh, I'm fighting for the girls that come after me. Where was the fight at before the girls? That's there already. When Monique said, when what's her name? The girl who was on um Girls Trip, Tiffany Haddish. When they questioned Monique, when Tiffany Haddish took the little bit of change to be on Netflix to do her special, her little three different specials, or she had three shows that she had to do on whatever.
The She Ready comedy special.
Yeah, and she had Netflix had booked her for like she could put out three different shows on Netflix, but it was for pennies, right? Like they didn't pay her well. And so when Monique said, I'm fighting because so that others that come after me don't get the same, unjust. And to find out that Wanda Sykes, if Monique thought she got pennies, to find out Wanda Sykes got even less. And Wanda Sykes was still hot at that time, and she was still on TV. And the girl got even, they said they only was going to give her 50K. Or yeah, I think it was 50K because they was only giving Monique 500K or something like that.
It was something around 50K. You right.
Yeah, and I was like, that's wild to me. Because it's not like Netflix is hurting. Like, let's be honest.
Nah, Netflix was booming then. Still,
They've been booming since they took Best Buy Blockbusters out of business. They've been booming since then. They've been booming since they put Redbox out of business.
oh
Redbox is
yeah.
sitting outside collecting dust, trying to hold hostage for the little customers they got.
you're
Blockbuster had
not
to count their losses.
you're not lying. I wonder. It's like them red box joints still work.
They work, but I'm telling you, they collecting dust. People ain't buying them like people not buying red boxes like that. You know, they surviving off of pure hope and possibilities. Like Netflix is booming. Like Hulu can't even cut Netflix down. Like let's be honest. Even all the pirating websites can't even shut down Netflix. The weird thing about it is pirating websites taking stuff from Netflix, putting it on their stuff. So let's be honest, Netflix ain't struggling.
Mm-mm.
They, they paying people pennies. $30 million to get an original? Let's be honest. They pay you $30 million to foot your whole operation, right? For one series, two series, three series. We talking about movies, right? That's making over $130 million. The highest Netflix pays somebody. I don't know how much it could have been. Even a black actor. What I think they said. What's his name? Dave Chappelle got what, $30 million or
Him
however
and
much
Chris,
he,
him and
well,
Chris
however
Rock
much
got
he got.
paid. They, him and Chris Rock got paid. I can look it up, but just know they got paid.
Yeah, okay. But his special, each one of them have went viral on just the clickbaits and the fact that they done took people to Netflix, or people went to Netflix, or however they got to whoever family account, whoever account, wherever they went to go get into watch that special. But they watched it, right? Which we all know they get money from views. They get money from, they got certain cell phone companies that automatically pays off, Netflix monthly. So let's say if you got T-Mobile has a contract with Netflix and they pay Netflix for 1 year for their customers. So imagine that everybody with a T-Mobile account, Netflix is getting paid.
Okay. Just because I looked up the Tiffany had a She Ready budget. Uh, she earned $1.5 million through her Netflix deal.
That's pennies.
I know, yeah, that's pennies. Um,
She, that
and I
she could
think,
have went on tour with She Ready and still made that same amount. She could have went on tour just how Kevin Hart goes on tour, not just domestically, but internationally with all of his little comedy specials after what? His very first one, once he started popping, he goes on tour domestically and internationally. Takes those
and
tours.
for Dave Chappelle, um,
He got paid the highest for the black actor.
$60 million.
That's child's play. He
Dave
got for
Chappelle,
him, that's a lot. But let's how much did Kevin Hart get? He and
uh, let me see. I'm looking it up. Kevin Hart Netflix deal, 100 mil.
that's and the crazy thing is he probably got to do the most work compared to Dave
He
Chappelle.
has the value of a four film deals not known, but we're told that similar deals Netflix have eclipsed 100 mil.
Mm-hmm. Because he had several shows. He had several shows on Netflix. He had two TV shows on Netflix. He has his special. Um, and he had something else. I don't know if it was two different specials around that time, and his two TV shows or a movie. I don't
And
know. He
and
probably had.
my bad, not to interrupt you. Just so you know,
Um,
Chris Rock got about 40 billion for his Netflix deal.
that's crazy. And you know how much Netflix probably made over 500 million off of these specials. Because
Oh
the
yes,
amount of clickbait, the amount of people who was watching them, they watched them a million times over. Um, and people continue to remain on contract every month. So let's be honest, like they not hurting for because they don't have that much original content. They buy out a bunch of people's like movies, like Sister Sister just like sold theirs a few years ago to Netflix, their TV series.
oh, there's a bunch of shows that was on UPN and WB.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
that
all the
was
black
sold to
shows they was
Netflix.
on there. I know that
Yeah.
because I had to do it. I did a review for every show that came out. I think it was Sister Have and Have, Sister, Monique. I mean the Parkers. I don't know what I said. It's Monique or something.
Hmm.
Moesha and I think Moesha was the first one. Yeah, shows like the End of Game and Girlfriends. Like I
So
did.
imagine how many people are watching these things. So when I see Taraji trying to bring out these little tears of hers, I'm gonna buy. Like I understand y'all deserve it. I understand that 100%. Y'all do deserve it because y'all act y'all ass off. But y'all had y'all had enough time. That's what my problem is. It's not like y'all didn't have enough time to fight for what y'all deserve. Y'all wanted so hard. That's the shit that irritates me so bad about them. It's because they wanted so hard to be liked so that they could eventually. Their fight wasn't even about getting paid right. They just wanted to win a damn Emmy, Grammy, whatever the award is that they wanted to win so bad.
An
It
Oscar.
wasn't about a fight. Yeah. It wasn't about equal pay for them. To them, they didn't want to create a stir because they felt like if they created a stir, they wouldn't have won the Oscars, the Emmys, the Grammys, or whatever awards. It wasn't about because if they really cared about that, they wouldn't even have went. They would have just stuck to the NCAACP Image Awards and
NAACP.
been happy about their little awards there. But no, they wasn't. They wanted to be so badly liked. They didn't care about the girls that came after them or the guys that came after them or the guys that walked in the door with them.
Oh yeah, because Hollywood is cutthroat. You want
Mm,
yeah.
they wanted to be liked.
Instead of and I said this, see, like there's times where instead of demanding more money and knowing that you can make this money and this person will make money, this person make money, if y'all could just, you're more or less trying to undercut the person. Because I feel like, let's just say, if Monique and Taraji was going to do a movie, and Monique was the first choice. And Monique goes back and said, "Girl, they try to pay me 50K for this, and I know I'm an Academy Award winner. I should be paid millions." And I'm not saying Taraji has done this, but I'm pretty sure this has happened. Instead of being like, "Yeah, girl, I'm with you," she would probably be like undercut her and say, "You know what? I'll do it for the 50K," because they're probably thinking about how much they can make off the back end or something like that.
Hmm.
And
But
sometimes they don't make a lot off the back end.
and that was the problem. That was a problem. So let me tell you, when Hollywood has this budget, right?
Hmm.
They add how much it costs to have these actors on here. So if actor says they it costs 20 million for me to just perform. Plus I need this, I need that. So it's 20 million just for me to perform, for me to say some lines. That's it. For me to show up and stamp my name on the cue card. It's 20 million. Right?
Hmm.
Then it probably cost them, let's say 10 million. Oh, let's probably say 5 million because it don't really cost them that much unless it's like CGI and all this extra high tech shenanigans. It probably cost them 5 million to put the camera up and start recording, and rent out a property,
Hmm.
block out
Yeah,
some streets, blase
yeah,
blase. But
right.
to be honest, the true budget is the actors. It ain't creating the film because the actors, the writers was barely getting paid, and you have about 10, 20 writers on a film. The director was getting his cut, but his cut was definitely not more expensive unless he was like Steven Spielberg and like some big director. Then that's different. But if he half of Hollywood directors is look 1, 2, 3 directors, like people don't know them that much unless they them big boys. Those are the ones directors that's really making them big old fat checks. So I'm like, Taraji. When you sat there in these movie credits, right? And you had a movie with not Ben Affleck. Shit. Jesus, these actors is just out of control.
You talk about
And
that Benjamin Button movie?
yeah,
Hold on, let me look at it because I
I
was
think
about
that
to
was
say,
what's her
I
name,
was about to
Angelina
say,
Jolie's husband,
my dumbass
Brad
was,
Pitt. I think it was Brad Pitt.
yeah, because my
Mhm.
dumbass was about to say Jackie Chan. I was like, no, that's fucking. Uh,
Like Brad Pitt. I think it is Brad Pitt, but you know how much he was getting paid.
you're right. It's Brad Pitt.
He was getting paid out of control because he just that dude. Let's be honest, he's
Yeah.
just that dude. But you sat there in the movie with him, and after you filmed with him, you didn't tell yourself, bro, I need to get be paying more. I need to get paid more. Point blank, period. No questions about it. Like you have to have like went up to him, started talking to him, and like understood. Because once you get into a movie with certain caliber of actors, your numbers go up.
Yep.
Once you get like just like Amber Heard and uh Adam, no, that's not his name. The guy from Pirates of the Caribbean's
Oh, Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. Amber Heard was a nobody. She did one nobody movie with Johnny Depp, and then she became a somebody. Isn't that crazy? And then she
Shit,
started getting paid like somebody.
shit, I still was like, who the fuck is Amber Heard? And then I didn't
But
even
to,
know who she
to,
was. No,
to
you're correct.
Hollywood,
You're
she
correct.
became a somebody. She started getting paid somebody money because she did one movie with Johnny Depp.
Yeah, you're correct. I was just like, who the fuck is Amber Heard? And then
Still to
I
this
had to
day,
look her up.
I still don't know the damn movie she played in with him. I
I,
didn't even know he played in that movie. I ain't never seen that movie a day in my life. I still don't even know her existence until that case happened.
I was like,
That's
I
the
told people
crazy thing.
it's funny you say that because I told people you have to literally point her out to me to find out who the fuck is Amber Heard.
I never knew her existence until the case happened. I didn't even know they was in a relationship. I didn't even know he was in a relationship with somebody. The man is ghost unless he goes out to play a movie. That man is non-existent. He don't be seen. He don't be outside like that. He's only outside when he's booked to be outside. So their relationship, I had to have been a true fan to have been following it. Because the only reason why I knew Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie was together because they was outside together.
Mm-hmm.
And they was very much on every blog or but Johnny Depp, Amber Heard, to me they didn't go viral for no reason. Angelina Jolie, she adopted black kids like it was water. So it was like you constantly kept on remembering her. She played in movies. She was a great actor. Her lips, blase blase. She was just viral. So
and
I'm
she
just
was dating.
like,
Oh, she was dating, and she was dating Brad Pitt.
yeah. And Brad Pitt was he was sexy.
Mm.
That man right there was that man. And so when they both got together, it was like, oh wow. Oh, just two beautiful people just got together. The world has went quiet. It is viral moment right there. And so I'm like, Taraji, all these black sisters, Viola Davis, she did one solid Netflix run, what or not Netflix run, but she did one solid like How to Get Away with Murder, and she was just like, "Oh, I'm too famous to be getting paid low." She just said that. It was like literally, she
Will
was
Smith
on
did
that
the same
movie
thing.
How to Get Married, huh?
Will Smith did the same thing. 30 million. I ain't in it. That's
Yeah, Viola Davis did one not Netflix, so it came off of Fox, I think first. How to Get Married, How to Get Away with Murder.
mm-hmm.
And then it was also on Netflix after it left Fox. It went to Netflix next. And then she was just like, I'm too I'm too good to be doing to get paid this low. But Taraji did so many classic acting movies that I mean blew out the box office numbers because we showed up for her. And it's still to this day, it's still making streaming numbers on so many shows. Like BET is surviving off of the back of Taraji P. Henson, Tyrese,
Baby boy.
Monique, uh, Miss Nasty, Megan Good, like Cook. There are so many shows that's surviving off of the back of these old movies that these people, these black actors have done.
Baby boy still on repeat.
Boomerang, House Party, Baby Boy, Thin Line Between Love and Hate, Love and Basketball. A
And
lot of these, not just on BET, on MTV. It's a lot of shows that's surviving on solely on the back of black people.
so have
And
you
it is,
not to cut you off,
hmm?
I'm sorry. Have you even watched any of them Tyler Perry shows?
I've seen almost every one of his movies.
No, the shows that he has on BET. Have you ever watched them?
Do I watch BET? That's the real question.
That is
Is
the real question.
do I watch BET? I don't even watch OWN to let alone go watch BET.
Damn.
OWN, OWN don't even come on free cable. BET at least come on free cable.
Damn.
And I don't have cable at all, so I'm not even watching none of
Well, there you have it. That's enough.
them. Like, I haven't watched BET in a long time because reason it's not because of Asian bought out BET, Viacom, blah blah. It's none of that. The reason why I stopped watching BET a long time ago is because BET was just trash, and they've been trash for the longest. I could care less about an Asian owning BET. Even when BET was owned by Asian and the whole inside of BET was the whole inside of BET was black, it was still trash. When BET was owned by a black person, to be honest, the only thing BET had was 106 in Park. Let's be real honest.
In Rap City. You know you gotta love Rap City.
Yeah,
And
but that
comic
was it.
and Comic View. They had some joints. It was Rap City. If you liked Hits from the Streets, I don't know if you ever remember Hits from the Streets.
Mm-mm.
Um
Comic View, you had to be up at
I know
night.
at 10 o'clock, and I always went to bed late, so I always watched Comic View, and that's how
Yeah.
I know some of these That's honestly that's how I know some of the comics that you know now that's been popping, like Kevin Hart and
Mhm.
Cat
Uh,
Williams and a couple of Dion Cole. Like,
maybe-
yeah,
maybe-
yeah, they was on, and Bruce and
Oh,
Lavelle Crawford, like some of
I,
these comedians get popping now. I knew them on Comic View, so
yeah. Comic View, I've seen Comic View. I don't think I've seen it. Like I seen it randomly, but I didn't see Kevin Hart on there. I didn't find out about Kevin Hart until you was on some streaming. I think it was either Netflix or
it was
nope.
Shaq. Was it Shaq's comedy? A little Shaq.
No, when he did his first tour. You remember he put out his first Little Man or whatever that
Oh, I'm a
video
grown
was?
old man.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I think I went to Blockbuster. I was in the military. I went to Blockbuster and picked it up and watched it and I laughed my tail off. When I say I laughed so hard. It was just so funny because that was the time where I was still going to get Blockbuster movies until Blockbuster still existed. So you
Mm.
would go to Blockbuster because you can get 2 for 3. So you can get like 2 movies. Like you can get you could get all sorts of deals in Blockbusters at the time. So I was like, oh, okay, I saw it on the little shelf and I was like, oh, let me see what this is about. And I watched it and I was laughing so hard. I was like, who is this person? Because to me, back in the days, I just couldn't find. I didn't like because even when I high school, I didn't like Dave Chappelle. I just didn't find him funny to me from his Dave Chappelle show. And even as I watch his comedy skits in time now, I still don't find him to be very funny to me. Like I feel like he's just regular. Like he just to me like he could be a news anchor more than a comedian. Like because he sits there and he just tells you like what's going on in the in life, but it's not like a comedic spin. It'd be real life, and it's nothing funny. I'm just like, this is not funny. Where Kevin Hart, he can tell you real life that's going on, but he try to be extra with it. Like it'd be like, oh, like he saw a zebra, and oh,
The whole Deer Brush joint.
yeah, and I'm just like, who comes up with this dumb stuff? So to me, it's he's funny because he's like he just goes, he's unrealistic. It's just like it just makes you laugh because he just be it'd be real life situations, but the way he viewed it be out of control. It's just like, bro, really? And everybody in A school, loved them some Cat Williams.
Oh yeah, he was.
He
Yeah,
was between Shada and whatever that movie is and Cat Williams. I was like, y'all, Cat Williams is that guy for all the black people. For real, for real.
honestly, what came out? It was the third one. I think it's Pimpin' Pimpin'. We
Wait.
and I know I was. I think you went home, and I was stayed for Christmas break, so we stayed in where the seal candidates
Hmm.
used to. Man, they played the hell out of that movie. It was
Man,
funny
that
as
was that
hell.
movie. That was that movie. Everybody used to, when I say our little lounge area, that movie between Shada and that movie boy and his comedy special, it
Yep,
stayed on repeat.
it stayed on repeat. It's a
Everybody was I don't know what about Shada or whatever that movie is called. I think it's Shata or
Shatas,
yeah,
the
whatever
Jamaican
that.
joint, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, Shata.
And the crazy thing, I still ain't never seen that movie from the beginning to the end.
Really?
I've seen the beginning, I've seen the end, I've seen the middle, but I've never watched it from the very beginning of the movie to the very end of the movie in one sit down. No, because when you come in there, somebody already put it on, and so you got to watch it where it's at.
That is true.
You can't tell them, oh, can you start it all over since I just got here? Boy, they look at you
Nah,
like, here you go, get
yeah,
your ass home.
nah, you just
But
gotta
I'm
sit.
like, this I'm like, black people, like I seen in your lesson, you say, black people think, or like, people used to say, oh, black people don't sell well overseas. Like how? So
That's
it's like saying black people don't are not black people don't exist overseas. How?
I never believed in that stigma, but yeah, a lot of people. But they've said that to people like Taraji, and I believe because there's a lot of people who say that. I said that's why I told people just like I'm pretty sure for them to lowball them because obviously if anybody knows negotiation, they're not going to give you what you're worth. They're going to give you what they think you're worth. And even then, they'll give you half of that. So if they can get away with it, they'll get away with it. So that's why people used to say never take the first, never take the first price they ask you because that's the low
Yeah,
ball.
exactly. But that's the problem. It wasn't a low ball. It was exactly what you paid your team to fight for you for. So the problem wasn't the Lionsgate, um, Universal. It wasn't them. It was your management team that you paid that 3% to, right?
Uh
It was that lawyer you paid that 5% to. It was your agent you paid 1.5% to. That was your problem. Because
You know,
imagine, like, people complain about Monique and Sydney so much, but Sydney fights for Monique. Monique probably would have still been, okay with being lowball if she didn't have Sydney as her manager say, hell no,
right,
we not doing that.
right, and plus,
How?
and you know what I think also, and I said this they stopped. You remember in trailers because
Hmm.
you go to movie theaters, you see other trailers, and well, at least one trailer you're gonna go, oh, I think I'm gonna go see that.
Exactly.
I don't see where like they used to put Academy Award winning or Academy Award nominee this
Mm-hmm.
person. You don't see that no more. It's just like you just throw the name. Sometimes the because you used to have the voice that would narrate the trailer. They don't have that no more. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
they'll just like give you the movie, and then you'll see the people there, and it don't even say like Academy Award nominee. It'll just say their names or some shit like that. It's just like I think that's um one that's lazy, and two,
Big
you
time.
knew that's like getting knighted with you know when they knight you and your name is sir or lady whatever your name is. It's just like you go there, you are Academy Award winning Denzel Washington, Academy
Mm-hmm.
Award winning Will Smith, Academy Award winning Viola Davis, Halle Berry. Like they don't say that no more.
Oh yeah, you know why?
Why?
Because black people started becoming Academy Award winning. That's why.
You know, they just
Is is one
you know you're
thing.
right. You know you're definitely right because I don't hear it
No,
from white people because
is one thing when it's just two or three, but now when it's 15, now they stand in par with, now they expecting the pay that comes with that label
mm-hmm,
is now like time out. Let's put them back in their place.
it's like yo, and if honestly, I would put that in my if I was a movie star and if I won a Oscar, I'm any trailer I'm in, you putting that there. Academy Award winning, or even if I'm nominated, Academy Award nominee
No.
Ray, and you gonna put my name in there, and I'm gonna you gonna say that
Mhm.
Academy Award, like I earned that. It's like not that
No.
many people get that. I earned that. So,
You know the crazy thing
uh
is I would make them more mad. Don't put the Academy Award. No, put 10-time Image Award winning. Make
huh.
y'all real irritated. Nigga, I'm nigga. That's me.
Yeah,
Play with your
EGOT.
mom, don't play with me.
You like if it's, I'm EGOT.
Exactly.
Whoopi Goldberg is like EGOT. Whoopi Goldberg, like an icon. EGOT. I
Cause
got
y'all gonna have
balls.
to go look up what an Image Award is.
Yeah,
Oh, nigga. Yeah, nigga, come visit my house.
because because those people with the NCAA Image Awards,
Mhm.
or if you have a New York Times bestseller,
Exactly.
you're going to tell people I am a New York Times bestseller.
Exactly. Like
You
Monique said, she was like in the beginning, she wanted that award so bad. She wanted because she felt like they said if you get that award, the money increases. But she said now she don't even care about it. She says she's more happy and more content with all her image awards. And she looks forward to getting another image award. Like she just prays she continues to get it. Because now the market of black people have increased. So it's harder now to get it. It's not like there was just two or three of them back in the days. Now you got way more black directors, way more black actors, way more black investors. Like Issa Rae, she put a lot of people up on TV. But let's be honest, why did she shut down Insecure? Like, let's be honest. Why? There was no problem with Insecure. Like we have to start questioning why did you shut it down? Because I understand, her and what's her name, light skinned Keisha, uh,
the
Amanda
rapper
Bynes, Amanda's
Amanda Seals.
and Amanda Steele. I understand they beefing and all, but
Why'd
why
you
did
call
you?
her light skin Keisha?
Because that's what she is. She light skinned, but
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Go ahead.
because she be doing too much. We all know a Keisha that be doing too much.
You know what's sad
And
about it? She don't. She don't be seeing it. Everybody else will tell her she's doing too much, and then she just don't see it.
I understand. I love it. Fight for us. I understand that. But the way she fight versus the way Issa Rae fight is different.
Yeah,
Like Issa Rae be like, "Oh, what's she excited to see? Black people." Now, man, still they be like, "What you excited to see?" I'm excited to see. some random political stuff. Like, like even though it's about black people, but it'd be like, bro, where did this come from? Like, how did this come into play? Like, where did this come from? Like, I know there's limits to it. And you want to put it out there, but she be too much with it. And I 100% stand behind her. Be too much about it. When it comes to black people, be all the way too much about it. But I'm like, where did this personality come from? Like, I've never followed her before. I didn't know nothing about her until this show. So I'm like, y'all have to have known she was like this, right? When y'all first put her up on the show, or did she just magically arrive and became this way after she got put on? But she's willing to stand for it, right? She's willing to stand and lose opportunity, lose money, lose finances to stand about her black people and making sure that they're safe and protected. So
I'm glad
I
you did.
then
I'm
that's
glad
that's
you did.
that's
Right.
that's exactly what black actors should have been doing long time ago. There should have been no reason for us to be in shock that you get paid pennies. Why should we just now be finding this out? How long y'all been, some of y'all 20, 30, 40 years in?
I think, like I said, I think a lot of people, instead of like helping each other out, is more or less a, I'm gonna just like I said, the whole undercutting thing. Which is why I'm glad this writer strike happened, and they
Yeah,
held,
because they did what they were supposed to do.
yeah. So I'm, in my opinion, like the fact that the whole writer strike held, and they held their ground, and they wanted what they was wanting, and this was a terrible year for movies, except for like Barbie and Mario Brothers and
Yeah, I don't even know
Oppenheimer.
how. I heard Barbie was still trash.
It has a lot of mixed views. I heard some people like it, some people hate it. So, but
Mhm.
it did numbers.
Yeah, it's gonna do numbers.
It's
Cause
Barbie. Yeah, I
kids,
know.
let's be honest. Any show that you can bring kids to, also with adults, adults by themselves, with kids, kids by themselves,
Hmm.
kids with adults, it's gonna always do numbers. You know why?
Wow.
Because parents ain't gotta pay no damn babysitter.
Right. You know what's funny? You're right, because when I went to go see the Mario Brothers movie, I took my little sister, I took my little brother, and I took my niece.
Hmm.
And my niece was like, "You're not going to go see that movie without me." She was like,
Yeah, because it's one thing because it's so many rated R's, um, PG-13, blase. There's so many movies that's too adulty to the point where it's like when I say too adulty, I mean like the kissing scenes, the sex
"Mhm."
scenes, the man on man scenes, the woman on woman scenes, like.
"Oh yeah, they
uh,
fucking in movies now."
Yeah, it's too many. Even when it be like rated R, it just be too much. Like it, like I understand. Like there'll be like a little pecking scenes and stuff because you want to make sure people know that the person likes each other. There might be a like they sleeping in the bed, but like full blown porno scenes. Like I mean, y'all putting Pornhub to shame out here.
What's the movie Sorry to Bother You? The one with let you seen that movie, right?
Mhm.
Sorry to Bother it, Lakeith Stanfield. Like the part where he went into the like white party, and I guess it was supposed to be like a orgy and some shit like that, and he's walking through, and then you're just seeing people in orgies just having sex, and I was just like,
Crazy.
I was just like, whoa, I didn't even think you could do that. It's like
Mhm.
this was in the movie theaters. It's just like I can understand we adults, but damn, I was like,
Even I, as an adult, kind of get uncomfortable when I see like full blown like erotic scenes in movies. It even makes me uncomfortable because I'm in a movie theater with a bunch of people. Not it's just not you sitting in your house watching porno.
so you and I are the same way because I hate it because I love Spike Lee, but I
Mhm.
hate when he put sex scenes in fucking his work. Like
Yeah.
it's just
It's
like, oh, and it's just random too. Sometimes it's like, oh, okay, like what was it? He got game, and
mhm.
like he was, and the agent was talking about things to go away from, and he was talking about the women in there, and next thing you know, it's just random video, random shots of these people having random sex. I was like, wait. He's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, 'cause at one point movies would be like they would come out from the date and they'll be kissing like crazy, 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 and like get into the room, and then boom, they wake up. That's how it used to be. It was like boom, they wake up, and I was like, okay, you can do a little like, but now it's like sometimes you might have a little bit of them like taking off their clothes and blase blase. There'll just be a small amount, but then it's like the sheets be on top, and you can't really like. But now it's like to the point where the boobs be out, the booty cheeks is out, the butthole is out, everything out. Front face, back face, 69, cowgirl, explicit tongues. Like it just be so much going on. It just be like, bruh, what are y'all? Is this an erotic film? Like this is a triple X that y'all don't took to the big screen?
Yeah, how did you feel when you saw? I don't know if you watched it, but it was the whole scene with the guy from Snowfall, and I think Chloe Bailey, and they had that sex scene. It's like, how did you feel about that?
Oh, you talking about the movie Chloe Bailey was on? Like the one that
Yeah,
came out with Drewski and everything?
I don't know if that was Drewski, not the one with Drewski. It was the one. It was a Hulu special, and it was about a fan, an obsessed fan or some shit like that.
Mm-mm.
And it had Damson Idris and the guy from Snowfall and Chloe Bailey, and they had a random sex scene in there. And
I didn't see it.
okay, you ever heard of Dominique? Her name is she has a weird name, but she's a pretty girl. You ever heard of Dominique Fishback?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it was that movie. Let me look. Let me look it up.
Yeah, no, I didn't see it. Uh,
It's
and
on.
I
It's
probably would have
on.
been. I
It's
probably
on
would have been.
Hulu.
I'll probably look. Cause I probably would have been. To be honest, the only thing of Chloe Bailey movies or shows or anything I've ever watched is Grownish, the the spinoff from Blackish. So her
Mhm.
and her sister was in Grownish, and I watched that, and that was it. That was the first time I even knew of her existence, honestly speaking. Because to be honest, a lot of people knew her from music. I didn't even know she was a singer when I seen her on Grownish. I thought she was just an actor.
Oh, from Chloe Halle, and
Yeah, I thought they
that's
were
when you
just
discover.
actors.
Oh, she was on Beyonce's label. Her and her sister.
Yeah, they no, they first was on Beyonce tour, and then
Yeah,
they got
Beyonce
on that
tour.
show. But I'm just like, first of all, I ain't been to a Beyonce tour, never. Um, so and I don't even follow Beyonce like that to have known. And if she did post them, I would not have known. But when I seen her, it was from TV. And so
Uh,
it wasn't like I seen her as a singer first and knew her from singing, and then she did this and posted it on her page and tell everybody she was gonna be on the show. I was watching the show because the show was really good. I seen the little pilot episode and I was like, because I don't even watch Blackish. So I watched the Grownish show and these young actors was getting paid due justice. They wasn't crying about, they wasn't getting paid right. But mm-mm-mm. But you older woman is crying about getting paid due justice and having to pay y'all management team. That was I was like,
yeah,
why is the young not taking the amount of shenanigans that these older people have taken? for centuries.
Okay. The
It
show is
was,
called not to cut you off. The show is called
mhm.
Swarm, and it's directed by Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino. So
I never even tried.
it's either on Hulu or Amazon Prime. I heard it was really good though.
I don't even watch. Not yeah. I don't even watch Chloe stuff like that.
Okay. But yeah, as you were saying, as you were saying.
No, because I came to realize it's not even the way. It's a. It's so many things that just gives me like. I remember Kanye at one point. Everybody was so mad at him, but when he said that in regards to slavery was being a choice, and I think everybody went into uproar. Like they were
Hmm.
so mad, pissed about him, and I'm just like it just a lot of stuff that's coming out now and that's being said, it just gives you that same concept. Like some of y'all would rather have remained in slavery or been the only one that was that was given the opportunity to be considered free versus being the Harriet Tubman to the situation. It's a lot of the older actors. How many black actors, not even just like that's in our generation now, but the ones that have passed and never seen the luxury of wealth.
Right. Which is
Like,
my bad. All right, go ahead.
no, no, I'm saying like that's crazy to me.
Yeah, which is why I always um big up the 90s, because the 90s proves that black people, even with the budget they gave us, because it wasn't like big money budgets they was giving us, but we still was putting out quality contents, and then we was putting
Mhm.
out quality celebrities, celebrities that is still moving on to this day, like
Mhm.
Fox, Denzel, Samuel L. Jackson, um Vivica A. Fox, Halle Berry, all those people that came from the 90s. It's just like it showed that we can make quality movies, and
Yeah,
as black people, we
on low
and we would
budget.
go see them, and it was just like. And I also said that I don't know if you're going to go see The Color Purple, but I
I
did say,
am.
huh?
I am.
Uh, I should, because I feel like in order for us to go see it, another part of it is they do have to do numbers. So as
Mhm.
phenomenal as the actress Taraji P. Henson is, if she's a box office draw, you got to go see the movie.
That's cap.
That it? No, 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 no. Think about it.
No,
Think about it.
that's cap.
Why you call
Cause
Cap?
there's so many movies. Let's be honest that these actors get paid outrageous numbers for. Let's be real truthful about it. That have not made numbers. A few of the Spider-Mans ain't made the numbers they was supposed to make and actors was getting paid. A few of Marvel ain't making numbers that they were supposed to be making and actors was getting paid. There's a few Brad Pitt movies ain't made numbers that they were supposed to make and Brad Pitt still got paid. So we got to stop putting that stigma out that oh, they have to bring numbers to the box office. No, it is the job of the production crew, the marketing team, Lionsgate, Universal, blase, whoever it is, to do their damn job and get this thing promoted out properly. It is not on the back of the actors. These people, because once the actor's job is done and paid, that's it. But it is the job of if they don't want to put a budget out, thinking it's just on the back of the actors. Oh, these black actors have to. You let's be honest. When Angelina Jolie goes on a movie, she don't like Marvel. She was on there for what 5 minutes total. It felt like
I never watched the Eternals, but I would take your word for it.
she was on this. It was like that was it. It wasn't like she was on there from the beginning to the end. Sis was on there like, and I was just like, why was she even at any of these average, like interviews? Because to be honest, She wasn't on there for her name to have really made an imp like a that should have been on there. Like Homegirl popped up, left, popped up, left, popped up, left. It was a, and she probably got paid the most out of all the actors there. Let's be honest, because it's Angelina Jolie. But the movie was trash, and that's being honest. Even her parts was trash. Not every Angelina Jolie movie is a blockbuster hit. But what they gonna do is they going to advertise, and that's the problem that's going on now. Is so many of these companies, Lionsgate, Disney, Universal, Pixar, a lot of these companies now are being lazy on advertisement, on getting the movies out there, putting them into like movie theaters, getting them like, getting it pushed out. Even if it's like, oh, the trailer's getting on other movies. First of all, okay, you had cable. I understand we had TV. People was watching cable, so it's easy for you to be lazy and do bare minimum. Now you got to put in some work. You got to start getting these advertisement on social media. You have to start now, Facebook advertisement, Instagram advertisement, Snapchat advertisement, Twitter advertisement. You gotta now start going to interviews, finding ways, podcasters. Oh, you can't just pop it on somebody's TV screen and think, oh, okay, we're gonna get a lot of people to show up. Oh, you gotta go hit up all these radio stations. That's on air to let them know a movie's coming out. It ain't because there's a lot of companies who's making billions. You talking about these TikTok influencers? Let them know, oh, this movie's coming out. You can't just depend on Rotten Egg or Rotten Tomatoes or Rotten this and that to like get your little movie out there. Nah, the lazy steps that they used to do back in the days. That's the problem.
That's
So
why.
no,
That's
these
why
black
I.
actors ain't charging them enough. Charge them how I don't give a damn if they have to spend every budget that they made from that movie. Charge them $10 million minimum. Let them go to work. Them actors, these black actors, at minimum, there is no reason for you to be getting paid $500,000. Taraji P. Henson, at minimum, shouldn't even see nothing less than $45 million. I don't care if she can't even sell half the show. If she couldn't get no seats in the damn, that's not her problem. These companies are being lazy, and the problem is they only lazy when it comes to advertising for black people. They ain't lazy when it comes to advertising for the white actors.
It's
Like,
funny.
what?
It's funny because I did say that because how many people knew about Proud Mary?
I don't even know what that movie is.
That was a movie starring Taraji P Henson. It was her action movie. It was her action movie actually. She played
Oh,
an
you talking about
assassin.
the one that was just like Soul Brother or something like that?
With Soul Brother.
It was like she was with this black man. Hold on, let me see if I can look at it straight away.
Proud Mary was she was an assassin and she had the it had her and Danny Glover in it. But
Yeah, I watched it.
you watched it? You actually watched it?
Yeah, I watched it.
I never watched Proud Mary, but I knew it was coming out. But I know that wasn't marketed as well because there was another movie similar to that, but it was a white woman that was doing it, and everybody shit on that movie. I can't remember what the movie was called, but that I don't
Yeah,
think
I
Proud Mary.
watched this movie. This was
Proud Mary,
movie right before the Tyler Perry movie.
yeah, acrimony.
Yeah, Acrimony, whatever. And where she like, yeah, I watched this. I went to the movies and everything and watched it. It was a good movie. She did her little thing. I was like, this reminds me of like, Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, because they was playing.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah, like this gives me that vibe, and I'm like,
Which,
Taraji is really that girl.
by the way, they're doing a remake of Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Donald Glover and an Asian woman.
They tried it. Why I gotta be an Asian woman?
I don't know, but this is the most basic looking. And I'm not trying to be funny, but It's the most basic looking Asian woman I've ever seen. Like,
Yeah,
but
I watched this movie. This is so crazy to me. And it didn't make that much. It was a good movie. She did her damn thing. I was so proud
uh,
of her.
I looked at, hold
'Cause-
on, because I'll bring it up again.
No,
Proud
because
Mary.
she's never played a movie like that before. Like we've
Uh,
seen her in Baby Boy, we've seen her in um Benjamin Button. That was another type of movie we've never seen her play before. So we've seen her play certain roles, and I was just like, wow, Taraji is really that girl because she was popping from Cookie. So people really didn't like. I was like, I know she could act because I've seen her play other movies. Um, so I know she can act, and I've watched. To be honest, I probably watched every one of her movies. Now let me go back and look to see all the titles. I'm like, I might have been watching. I probably seen all the Taraji movies.
okay.
Oh my God, I have. I
Let's
have
see.
watched every movie that Taraji has ever played in. That's crazy to me.
Proud Mary. It was a $30 million budget movie, and I think it made $10 million back.
Hmm.
So yeah.
And I bet you if she had charged them $30 million, I
I don't
bet
know
you
how.
they would have put in that money in the advertisement. They would have made sure they made their money back. That's the problem. They was okay with making $10 million back, but I bet you if they was expensive, if they
Okay.
charged them, boy, they would have worked so hard to make that money back.
According to the primary, the budget was in between 14 to $30 million, and in the box office made back 21.8 million. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm telling you, because they didn't put no money into advertising. They didn't give a damn.
and I'm not gonna lie, shoot, ugh, the poster for Proud Mary with her with this like afro, but it's like a bunch of guns in it. This is a dope ass. It's a dope ass poster.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm just looking at his acrimony.
I told you.
I just knew it was an AC something.
It's okay, not because as much as I love Taraji P Henson, I hate that movie, and it wasn't because of Taraji P Henson. It's because of the writing.
Oh no, that movie was everything.
That
Point
movie,
blank period. That movie was for it to be 5 days. I was in disbelief because the writing was subpar, the best. It wasn't even subpar. Let me stop saying that. That writing was beyond subpar. It was beyond that because you know why?
why? I would love
Because
to hear. I would love to hear your reason why.
you know, let me tell you why that movie was everything. It was because it was freaking honest, the truth. That's it. Let's be honest. There is too many black women that have held a nigga down. I mean, beyond normal. Too many African, black, smart, intelligent dummies that unheld a nigga down till they feet was blistering for homeboy to be up and then turn white. And it's crazy because the same thing just happened to what? Uh the little football player, Kelsey, whatever that's with now with
Travis Kelsey.
Taylor Swift.
To,
Wasn't his original girl a whole black woman? She held him down in school. She was riding with him. She had all the girls was like checking for him because he was like he had swag. He wasn't just a regular white boy. When you look at him versus his brother, two different people.
okay.
He had swag. He had that nigga cut. He had that walk to him. She gave him confidence because he had a baddie on his shoulders. But then when he finally started getting up and started getting seen and started really popping out like that, because Everyone's like, damn, who that white boy with that white boy, that black sis? Then it was like, bloop, hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more.
Okay.
And then he found Taylor Swift.
Okay.
I was like, bruh. And Taylor Swift is already up. But I was just like, that's crazy to me.
Uh,
But to me, it was like that movie was the epitome of a lot of people relationship where they felt like they gave you they all, the best part of them, to turn around
Go ahead.
and just
I'm letting you finish. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, to turn around and just see nothing of it. And it's not like he like it was like really, and then oh, you have the audacity. Oh, okay. I'm gonna show you crazy.
Oh, okay. Are you done? You done?
Hmm.
Okay. One, he didn't leave her for a white girl. It was another black girl. That's the first thing. It was a black girl that got him the deal in the first place. Second of
Yeah.
all, you are correct. You are correct. She held that man down for years, and during that whole relationship, he treated her like shit because why is she is the only one working and you didn't have a job except here and there? I do agree with
Hmm.
that. I thought that part was stupid. It made him look, especially since he was a college educated man and
Hmm.
the fucking crime he was doing, and like, because he was stupid, but she was stupid herself. Because
I'm telling you.
why would you give a man a car and then like he go, what was the purpose of giving a man a car? Because he was using her. I'm not even gonna lie, he did use her. I've always admitted that.
Mhm.
But not only that, he when he got the money, he paid her back and then got her house back. And
Ah,
then,
that's not enough. No, it don't matter. It's the
it
fact
don't
is
matter.
you held the nigga down till the very beginning.
But
Literally
did he not pay her?
walked
He,
on coals for this nigga. Did what you had to do for this nigga.
she left him. He didn't leave her. That's another thing. She left him.
But when he
And
got up,
even when and she was in a and I've always said this, she was in the right to leaving him, which I'm not even knocking that because even I've said, girl, you even if he gets on or not, you shouldn't have fucking endured that much unless you had that much faith that
and
that
he
shit
didn't pay.
would have
That's
brought.
the problem is he didn't pay enough.
He
I don't
paid.
care. No,
No, no,
he
no, no,
should have
no,
been
no.
paying for the
He
rest of
gave
his
him.
life. She should have had shares. Point blank. Period.
No, he
Half
gave
that
her
company is
not
hers.
only not only no, not only he paid her back, he gave her millions, and then bought back the house that they lost because of that. No, he paid her. He paid her money plus
No,
more.
he didn't.
Yes, he did.
She she literally gave her life to him.
And she left him.
Them 3 to 13, 10, whatever years that she was working. I mean, working her tail off, working her back off, exhausted,
Right,
everything.
right.
She should have had shares in the company. It
She
wasn't. Don't give me because he when you finally went up. Oh, I gave you. He gave her millions for the blah. No, don't no.
you know
Because
who
regardless of what she deserved all that because all those tools, all those parts, everything that was there in the beginning was off of her back. She paid for those. So giving her millions is like saying that's it. No, she should be getting paid for the rest of her life, and her kids should continue to get paid. Whoever man she with should continue to get paid. Every month should be a drop in her account
she
from
couldn't
them
have
shares.
she couldn't have kids no more. Remember, she had a hysterectomy from running her car into the trailer. So she
Yeah,
couldn't have
because she was
kids.
so tired. She didn't even sleep.
Yeah, she had a hysterectomy. She had a hysterectomy. She couldn't have kids regardless. But
Yeah, but it was all because she was doing so much to make sure he was going to eventually be up. So
but
he deserved to give her a chef for the rest of her life. So I feel like no,
I get
she
that.
held him down for so long, and then when he finally got up, he left her.
She
Nope,
left
he didn't fight
him.
hard enough. Nope, he
She
didn't fight
left him.
hard enough.
Remember, Remember, because he fucked up, which was also stupid. Because why would you put your worst dude on an important ass fucking ship delivery? That was stupid on them people. Because if that's my best customer, I'm putting my best person on there. I'm not putting them with
Mhm.
someone that would fucking leave at the drop of a dime or some shit like that. That was their stupidity. That was on there. But either
Mhm.
way, when that was the straw that broke the camel's back because she was holding him down for so long, she left him. He was in a homeless shelter while she was still in that house or staying with his sisters. I think at that point, but she left him, you know, and then his shit hit. So with that being said, it was just like you don't want nothing to do with me. At least let me repay you what you said. She said you owe me, and then some. Gave her so he gave her the millions, and he gave her the house back, and maybe even like a little bit more. Now she did try to take him to court. She should have asked him for some shares, but even they was like, "Yo, he paid you back." So what you?
She shouldn't have to take him to court. It should have been something he just did because he know better. See, that's the problem. Is these aren't things that she shouldn't have to have taken you to court because she deserved more.
You think
We're
she was
talking
thinking?
about
She wasn't thinking about shit. I don't even think the shares part because that's just you being money motivated, which is not a bad thing. Which is being money motivated. You
no,
thinking
but
about
it's
this?
not even about being money motivated.
You thinking
He
about the
he
shares,
should,
which is
yeah,
not a
but
problem.
that
It's
should have
cool.
been something he should have done because that's the thing. That's the I'm telling you, like let's look back at
I don't even
what's
think the
his
shares
name?
would have. I don't even think the shares would have mattered. To tell you the
It
truth.
would have. Let's
Nah,
look
no,
back at
no, no. Because she.
Amazon. Let's look back at Amazon when him and his wife divorced, and she got a big check because of all the shares she owns as when they separate and everything, and so she now keeps on getting this big old check because she has shares, right?
Yeah,
In Amazon. But it's just like these are things like I understand the woman he's with understands business because she's in business, but it's just like these are things he even knows because now you're profiting, so you know about shares. You
hmm
know these are things she have deserved, she earned, she stuck with you. A lot of these parts and tools and things like that, when you calculate the price of it was then versus the price now, she's paid you back in blood, like. So it's not like, oh, she have to sue you. No, as the fact that you used to be her husband, she saw you grinding. Because the person who came after her only got luxury. She didn't really see the hard part. She didn't see the two jobs that she didn't have to go do two jobs to hold you down. She only seen the luxury, all the stuff that you said you was gonna give to what's her name. She only seen the blessings that came after. She didn't see the struggle that homegirl was going through. So it should have been natural. Like I'm truly grateful for all that you have done by giving her. It was like a slap in the face.
I wish
Like
I could.
you,
I wish I could play that movie without being copyrighted.
no, but it is. It's a
But go
slap in
ahead,
the
go ahead.
face. As somebody who helps, like not me. I'm just saying in general, as someone who held somebody down for years, who's lost their vitality, who's lost so much, who I mean exhausted beyond measures, to hope and pray, and she's probably prayed millions of times that his it would finally bust, like because homeboy didn't say, okay, honey, I know you've been holding me down. At the 6 month mark, I'm gonna go get a little part-time job just to help us out a little bit. And then at nighttime, I'll work on this.
That's what he should have been doing. And
No, he
I
didn't
said,
say that not one time. He continued to allow her to hold him down to the point where she over like she was so exhausted she couldn't keep her eyes open
yeah,
and got right. So he's been selfish from the very beginning. So it wasn't like she shouldn't have to have sued him. It should have been something he should have done. because she deserved that. She earned that.
Well, well, you just brought up something that which is probably true. He was selfish. So you
Hmm.
think a selfish man is really going to give, especially it was just like he thinks it's his, even though she financed it, and I'm gonna just say that she damn near
She
finances.
was. She was an investor
Yeah,
with zero contract,
yeah, I
with
know.
zero
With zero
shares.
cut, that's why you need to. That's the
Her
first
only
thing.
contract was a damn wedding.
Yeah, but even then, it's just like he probably wasn't even thinking that way. He was probably just when I get on, I want to get you because I think her and this is my synopsis of the movie of I think she's mad because the woman that he's with right now or that he got married to is living the life that she wanted to live with him because
Yeah.
it wasn't just a money thing. It's just that like you said, that's blood, sweat, and tears. I don't work my ass off and all that other stuff just for you to spend that with another woman. I don't even think the money was even the
No,
the
the money was
focus.
a big thing.
Nah, I don't think the money was a big thing because, like I said, most people would have even took the millions, and then she sued them to try to get more.
Because the
Remember,
money was right. I'm telling you, the
remember that
money
she
was the
did.
problem. The money. I'm telling you, if she was getting shares, like I mean, every month she was getting, let's say, $1 million coming in, because we know he was profiting probably over $1 million with his little whatever he had, the little thing he was probably profiting over 1% shares for a company that makes probably 500 million every month coming in. Yo, eventually she could put her money into mutual funds. She could have you know accountant. She could have something that can help her money grow. The thing is, after $1 million is over, you buy the things that you always dreamed of getting. $1 million is gone.
Yeah, but I also think she wanted him too.
No, she ain't want him no more.
No, 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 no. She no because remember because the new dude.
Nah.
Remember the new dude she was with. She was like, he's cool, but he don't touch me like she do. He doesn't touch me like he do. He don't make love like she do. Like she was saying, like her ex husband knew her whole body from head to toe. So yeah,
Yeah,
she
because
was
he was a broke nigga. That's all he could offer. Don't they say? Don't people say what broke
what
niggas
dick
have the
and bubble
best
gum,
sex?
hard dick and
Isn't
bubble
that
gum,
what? Huh?
hard dick and bubble gum, and I'm fresh out of bubble.
Yeah. Isn't that what they say? But
Yeah,
it
I ain't
wasn't
got no
actually.
love for you, but hard dick and bubble gum.
Yeah, it wasn't a sex thing. Because to be honest, if you making ridiculous buku money, the money was dying off. It was draining out. It was drying out. But if you making buku money, I mean stupid money for no apparent reason,
Okay, so
she would have been satisfied. But the problem was she just felt like the money died. It was just like, bruh, he didn't give me nothing. That's 13 years. I can't even produce a child of mine.
it was her
I
money.
can't do nothing. So like every piece of that, those things are mine. From from the gears to the screws, I bought those. And so now sis about to be living this good life, and I all I got was $1 million. Every day if she want to go shopping, all she got to do is swipe a card off of my investment. Hell no. Imagine this. You done spent all your life savings and somebody else get to swipe your card all the time. Just all any day they wake up, they want to swipe $10 million. Boom, they can do that. They want to swipe 500K right today. Boom, they could do that. No, that would make you mad as hell. Pay me for the rest of my life. The same way you would pay a white investor on a consistent monthly basis that owns shares. I should have got some. If you own 50 shares, um, I should have had five.
Okay, all right. I found the scene, even though I can't play it because I know I'm gonna get copyrighted. But I'm looking at the comments, right? I'm gonna read you one in the comments. Um, the question I have is she divorced him? Why did she put up such a fight to get him back? I think more than anything, it was her pride that she could not get him back that hurt her most. But that rage, that anger, that hurt is something that takes an act of God to heal. And yet, though this was a movie, this happens in our daily society daily.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, here's another one.
But
Here's
it's
another.
not just our society because we can't keep like I understand it does happen in black community very often, but it just happens in society in general for women. It's too many women in this world who hold men down. And I'm not saying men don't do the same because there is a lot of men that hold women down. I mean, send them through med school. Um, you know, watch them like pay for like BBLs, pay for gastric bypass, pays for like facial reconstruction, pay for like all sorts of liposuction, pay for them to go to college through med school, law school, blase, anyone. And then they come up, they do well, they make a lot of money, they live in this good life, and then boom.
Okay, here's another comment that you actually said. Um, could she use the money to set up her own future? Maybe brought into some stocks, or maybe brought the business the guys was driving in. The trust was really set, really be set. I believe. God damn, this shit is really fucking. Whoever wrote this cannot write. He was saying because he said could she use the money and set up her own future? Maybe brought into some stocks, or maybe brought back.
Can you put this? Are you? Can you put the screen up for the comments? I mean, the comments. It's not the video. You can just mute the video and just put the comments up.
Hold on. Let me just. I got you. Payback scene. Okay, all right. I'm gonna go ahead and share. I'm gonna keep the audio off because you don't need to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Deadly Desire. I don't know. This is that all black network. Um, okay, right here. I'm gonna highlight it too.
Mm-hmm.
There, there we go. Why? Okay, before I catch. There we go.
I believe. I agree with homegirl.
Because she used the money set up. Yeah, I was about to say she could have bought with that money. She could have bought stocks.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, I don't care.
So
You're not.
Gil,
That's what them black actors fighting now about lowballing. He lowballing her.
he lowballed her.
Hell no. Because
Now, to
when
me,
his wife
lowballing is
divorces, she gonna be highball and homegirl getting lowball by giving her change. That's how she was getting change. That's what problem is now. These black guys having issues with. They was getting change. It'd be one thing if you're getting change and she got some shares. See, that makes some sense. Royalties. That's these actors. They got change in no royalties. No high royalties. They got change with low royalties. Homegirl was getting change with no stocks. It'd be one thing if you give me change, but you giving me lifetime stocks. No, he just gave her change. That was it, and thought that was okay.
is it?
But he's using them big old stocks to go buy that big ass yacht that he promised her, that big ass mansion that he promised her, with the name that he promised her.
Mm.
Isn't that's so disrespectful? And all you gave me was change, a little 1-2 penny.
I wish I could have seen this in the movie theaters. I know a lot of women are Taraji P. Henson fans, so in the beginning, I can imagine all the women in the theater were talking to the scene saying, "Dump his ass, Taraji. He no good." But then when he came by her job and present that check, they were like, "Ooh, shit!" He came up and got rich. Oh,
Yeah,
it just
but he went and presented a check because the thing is, he owed her that. His lawyers told him, you know, if you don't pay her a little bit of change, if she didn't accept that change, she could have went back for more. So his lawyers told him, you know, she funded this whole operation. Well, could somebody else come back and say they purchased or they paid for or this and that? That's the reason why he brought her that damn change.
oh yeah. Oh, you know what's funny about that movie? The girl that he was with, that he married, she was petty. She was definitely petty.
That's why she died.
That's why she died. You know how I knew she was petty? Because I know when girls, when women see another woman and it'd be like, "Hi, I'm his fiance," and then they showed her.
Hmm.
Oh shit! I said, "Ooh."
And Charles should have been like, "Hi, I funded this whole operation off this broke nigga back."
She'd have been like, "Thank you."
Exactly.
that is
Like
my broke. That
you
was my
eating
broke
of me
nigga.
off of my plate, sis. Remember that. This is always my plate.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I know petty when I see one. But I don't know. I just think that I've always said that it's just that part. That part of the movie, everybody has discussions. So, because I've had this discussion with many people, because there are people like you, just felt like, yo, I done this turned into a damn acrimony debate. I knew it was going to happen too.
No, it's still talking about in the
Taraji,
regards
instead of
to
talking about Taraji the low budget, I was like, I see, like
yeah, but she
we
even
put it
tried
all
they were
together.
trying to low budget her there. Look at the movie tried to warn her and she didn't even take heed to it. And she continued to do more movies afterwards, still getting low budget. And now you want to sit here and cry. Girl, bye. Don't cry to
So that means
me.
she got killed. She got killed somebody. So
Yeah, that's what she's trying to do now. Kill the goddamn
that means
um
the next black woman that's getting more than her, she gonna have to like cutthroat. Because
no, that's what she's doing now. She's trying to kill the entertainment industry. And talking about some, oh, are they good to go? Oh, the strike is over. Strike is over. The strike is over. Y'all niggas just got a little change and y'all talking about the strike is over. Oh, movie theaters is back open because the writer strike is over because the writers agreed to the pay. Oh, I just got mad again. Because niggas don't never do right. The strike ain't over. Just because the writers are finally making the amount that they want to be made, but the strike ain't over because a lot of these movies that's out now was already filmed. They was already filmed. They was already paid for. They could have been came out. That's the crazy thing about it. Because the writing was already done. The film was already filmed. The film was already created. The film was already on in the servers. The film was already saved.
okay.
So how's the strike is over? No, y'all still not getting paid anything. Y'all still getting paid pennies. Let's be honest. Y'all cannot survive because some of y'all was already living paycheck to paycheck, and y'all cannot survive getting new films. And so because the actors are finally canceled out their striking, they're getting exactly what they wanted. It's like, okay, I rather, I was standing on the back of the writers. Now they're good to go. They receive what they want. It's okay. I'm about to go collect my little pennies. Because a lot of these black actors about to go back to get more pennies. Let's be honest. The next movies that's coming out that they're booking for right now, that's gonna come out in the next 2, 3 years, is gonna be pennies again. Because they want nothing. We didn't hear any of them gain anything. We heard the writers finally got what they wanted. They got paid what they wanted. These actors still, the actors who was fighting was mostly the black actors. It wasn't the white actors who really fight. Black actors is just like once the writers got what they wanted, they was like, okay, I guess the strike is over. Strike is over. S- Some of y'all still living paycheck to paycheck. Some of y'all still about to get Christmas trees instead of full on coconut trees with heavy loads on them. That's the stuff that irritates me because the strike ain't over. I know it's not. I know these black actors still about to get pennies. Nobody was checking for them. Nobody was really, none of them rooting for them. They not even rooting for themselves. It's a bunch of crab in a barrel type mindsets. What was it? The guy from Pose, the gay guy, he was like, I'm about to lose my house and everything. Oh, and then his movie came out. These movies was already done. Y'all didn't just film these. The crazy part about it is what even makes it worse is these movies could have been came out. These movie companies was holding these movies hostage to pay your back end. Isn't that crazy to me? That y'all don't think that's messed up? The writers got paid. It's y'all actors that didn't get your final payment until these movies get released. But these movies was already done.
Yeah, I mean that is why some of the actors went on strike with the writers because, especially not even your A list or your B list, maybe sometimes B list, but your B to C list actors, like some people that's on TV is just like their royalties or whatever they getting paid, they wasn't getting much. And I know some people when they get royalty checks, it's like pennies. It's literal pennies. Like sometimes it's just like a couple cents. It's not even like money, real money. Imagine getting a check and it's like 63 cents. I'm not. It's like fuck you want me to do with this? You could at least gave me 2 quarters and mailed it in and said here, here your money instead of giving me a whole check for like 63 cents. That's the damn check costs more than the damn what you paying. But yeah, I know that's why the actors went on strike with him because Billy Porter had to sell his house, and I think he got divorced too. So, but
Yeah, but the thing is, these actors they should have still been mad because they're not mad enough. That's the problem I'm having with these black actors. Is they're because if the strike was over, if you got what you needed, why is Taraji still crying about equal pay?
or at least getting paid what you're worth because
Is
they
that why
still
she's
low
still crying about it?
because they still lowballing them. And
Exactly. Y'all should have been hot. Y'all should have been on every social media website, every social media website, streaming service, talking in regards to the fact that these movies, y'all have film movies over 2 years ago, 3 years ago, that is sitting in these big companies' warehouses that haven't been released so y'all can get final payment that y'all deserve, that y'all have earned. The writer strike is for the movies that's coming soon, the movies that they're writing about, the movies that are going to be out, let's say in 2 or 3 years or 1 year or next, whatever, movies that's still filming, that's about to go on filming. The director strike was for regards to like movies that they're going to direct soon. Y'all actors, y'all have movies that y'all still waiting on final payments. Like his movie was sitting in the warehouse. How the strike end and you got a whole movie that you filmed? Bruh, really? A whole movie you filmed is out now. The strike just ended. A whole movie you film is out in theaters coming soon next week. But you was just crying about losing your house. Like y'all be crying about the wrong stuff. These black actors they be so lost, and it pains me the fact that they don't get it, and they gonna always continue to remain crab in the buckets to these white actors because they still don't get it. Let's be honest. These white actors were still getting paid. Movies were still coming out.
Oh yeah, yeah, especially the Barbie movie.
That
Uh,
movie came out during the whole strike. Mario strike still came out.
and that made billions. Both of those movies made billions.
Marvel strike still coming out. Like these white actors was not getting paid, but these black actors was. So that's the thing that irritates me is y'all was fighting for the wrong thing. Y'all fighting for y'all have money that was literally sitting in warehouses that y'all still waiting to get paid from. Y'all should be renegotiating contracts because it's already been some time since y'all filmed these movies. It has passed the due date. You need to be figuring out what's wrong with your agent. What's wrong with your managing service? Why don't they feel you deserve billions? What's wrong with your lawyer? Because when he read your contract, he should have said, hell no. Your lawyer should have said no. He should have said, we need to get rid of this. She deserved to get a 5% equity on whatever is made in the box office for streaming service. Any possibility of anything that could possibly this viewed. I don't care if it's a sound, the clip, anything that has any sound or clip or any inkling that is her portion in any portion of that movie, she should be receiving royalties from. But no, none of that was said. They just don't feel like, oh, but the thing is, what was it, that white actor that was like feeling some type of way because she had did a movie and then all of a sudden COVID happened and the movie was going through streaming service, but she wasn't going to receive her paycheck through the streaming service, and she made a big fuss about it.
Oh man, name slips my mind.
You
Oh,
remember that white actor? Yeah, it
uh,
wasn't Katy Perry. It was but yeah, she fought for that. That's the thing I'm telling you. Like these girls, the movie had already came was going out through because she had already filmed it and it was supposed to go in theaters, but it wasn't gonna go through theaters, and she fought for that. But y'all black actors ain't thinking about that.
so do you think we should do another strike with just black actors, or do you?
It was only the black actors that was on strike. What you mean for the actors? It was only the black actors. Them white actors wasn't having financial problems. They wasn't being lowballed. They don't even know what that looked like.
It was some white. I don't know. I think there was some white actors
They
that.
was in solidarity with their writers. They wasn't struggling. These white actors, these big name white actors ain't struggling. You talking about big name black actors who's struggling,
Mm, okay.
who's getting paid $50,000 to do a movie, a whole movie. It wasn't these white big name Brad Pitt. He would laugh. Angelina Jolie laugh. She got paid to do 5 minutes on Marvel.
Okay. I'm looking at movies that came out in 2023. So we gonna put. I'm also put that on straight. So have at least good look.
Like
Um, good. Okay, Good Burger Two. What's this? Dashing Through the Snow. I don't even know what this is, but this is a black movie. You can tell this is a black movie. White Man Can't Jump. Candy Cane Lane. This one came out. I think this one came after the strike. Yeah, Good Burger Two. At Trolls. Ant Man. Guardians of the Galaxy. Five Nights at Freddy. That more or less came out on streaming network than the movies. I think it came out on some movies. Blue Beetle, which didn't do well. Strays that had Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx. Some Christmas movies. Shazam. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I don't. That was on Peacock. Uh, Across the Spider Verse. That's another movie that did well.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, let's see. Indiana Jones came out in 2020. Oh yeah, House Party that came out this year. Didn't do well either. That shit bombed. Haunted Mansion with Rosario Dawson. That bombed. Back on the street. Creed 3. And that was before the whole Jonathan Majors shit. So
Mm-hmm. That one blew up.
back on the strip. Oh, this is the male stripper movie. Back on the strip.
Wasn't Black Panther this year too? Or was that last year?
I think that was last year.
Sure,
Um,
they all starting to blend in at this point.
I know. That's what I'm starting to think too. I was like, uh, like Super Mario Brothers movie. Yeah. Um. Oh yeah, and Fast X. I think Fast X did okay.
Fast and Furious?
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't know that came out. I
Yeah.
didn't watch it this
It
year.
was. Yeah, it was Fast X, and I think that Meg two. What else? Oh yeah, Little Mermaid.
I watched that one. It was great. I'm not gonna talk trash about it because it was a black actor that was in there. But
Oh yeah. Yeah. What else? John Wick 4, The Expendables
mhm.
4, the little Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie that I don't know if anybody really saw, but I heard Rebel Moon was not that good. Joyride, that's that Asian movie. I wonder how well that did. I don't know, but they have another Spy Kids movie. Uh, Shoot. Okay. So what do you? So what? Oh yeah, Oppenheimer. This might be people's movie. I heard this might be people's movie of the year. Oppenheimer. So what do you
What's that?
think? It's a suspense movie.
Mm.
Is made by Christopher Nolan, the same guy who did Dark Knight Batman. So a lot of people was, oh yeah, George Foreman came out this year too. I keep forgetting about that.
Isn't that
The boxer that sold the grill, but it was just more or less
that
about
was
it.
this year?
Yeah, that was this year.
Oh
I
snap!
think it came out earlier this year. The Air Jordan movie that Viola Davis was in.
I didn't watch that, but I was so happy for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Chris Tucker was in that movie too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, you see, like it's all coming back to me. Anna Nicole Smith had a movie, I think.
Didn't watch that.
Uh, there's a lot of biopic. These are biopics though. Um, yeah. So what do you think? As black, what do you think? What do you think they should do? Do you think there's a solution to this? And that's what I'm gonna end this on. We got one last question. What do you think they should do? In
Mhm.
your opinion?
I think they should find people in their team that's gonna really fight for them. I mean, I don't care if people want to say Sydney, Monique's husband is so difficult. He's so horrible, but the thing is, he's fighting for her. And I understand The responsibility is always upon your own self to be your own advocate and your own biggest cheerleader. I understand that. But if I'm paying someone to be my biggest cheerleader, I deserve them to be my biggest cheerleader. And for me, I feel like they have to hold accountable. The fact is, they've been paying trash for so long. And I understand, the people, these big old production companies, are paying them exactly what they're fighting for. So I understand that. This is what you contracted. This is what you asked. You didn't go, but it's the job of the people that they pay. It's the job of their management team. It's the job of their agent. It's the job of their lawyers to make sure they're fighting for them 100%. And if the movie is not willing to pay you what you feel in your heart you deserve, then that movie ain't for you. They can go ahead keep putting a bunch of white actors in these movies. That's fine. But you have to start standing up for yourself. Like y'all want the black community so bad to stand up for y'all and be the fighting voice for y'all. But y'all don't even fight for y'all own self. That's the problem. Y'all expect us to be the fighting voice, to go above and beyond, to fight harder than you can fight your own battle, while y'all sit back and continue to get beat up in silence. But y'all want us to fight so bad for y'all out loud. No, we need to see y'all truly fighting for yourself. Because there is no reason for Taraji to still be crying about equal pay. Oh, the reason why I'm fighting is so the girl, it's not really about the girls that's coming behind you. It's because you tired. There's no reason why you should have to do 20 movies within a year just so you can pay your bills, where these other actors can do one movie every 2-3 years and still live off of that same one movie. So if you're not paying the right people to fight for you harder than anything, if y'all can't stick together and really, really say, you know what, we about to we about to really show out. Tyler Perry has this production company. Okay, let's put in, 5K, or let's come together, create a movie, put it out in Blockbuster, put it out on Blockbuster, put it out on streaming services, blase, make it work, make that money, make it whatever, whatever. If y'all can't, if they not paying y'all, then y'all don't settle. So that's the problem. They settling. Once they stop selling for less and fight harder for them as a masses, then they want us regular people to fight for them. Then they'll see a difference. But if y'all as a masses ain't fighting for each other hard enough, and y'all think we just gonna fight for y'all, now we fighting for our own justice over here in the regular world. Black people been fighting for equal pay for the longest. Now, yeah, we getting it. It's not saying we got it. We getting it. It's getting better, but that doesn't mean it's completely where it's supposed to be yet. There's a lot more black people in higher positions. That's right. There's a lot more black people making, six figures. That's right. But until these black actors really start fighting for themselves, don't come crying about it. Start putting action to it. Monique had to cancel a lot of jobs. Yeah, she didn't show up on TV for a long time, but now she getting paid. Imagine that. Now, when somebody bring a contract to her, they coming at her correct. They don't bring child's play to her no more. They know better.
I think we need to have another renaissance like the '90s was, because I don't know how long until my dying breath that I am going to talk about the golden eras of '90s movies and how we made superstars. Because I can just because since I've been doing this, I've been saying like the golden eras of the '90s movies and how like it made a bunch of black actors. I think we need a new renaissance, and not just with older black actors that we've known since the '90s, but even new faces. Like I'd like to see some fresh, young, new faces out there too. That you know, our kids can grow up and say, "Oh, um, I could, I know who that is. It's just like I've been watching you since I was a little kid. Our kids should be having those type of actors. Like as far as I'm concerned, and I know you don't like him, Jonathan Majors. He was one of them, and Michael B. Jordan. He was the other one. I don't know how you feel much about him, but they
I
was the
don't like neither one of them. So
like but they was they're on their way. But
Mhm.
but I can't give you no one else.
Mhm. Oh, well, even though I don't like Michael B. Jordan or Jonathan Majors, and it's for separate reason. It's not about them dating white people, blase blase, or whatever the situation. Because I just never found Michael B. Jordan to be attractive to me. And then him being an actor, I just didn't find it to be like how people made it out to seem like he was like the best actor in the world. I'm just like, bro, how? He's okay, but like I think it was the looks just was clouding the vision because he didn't do like he to me. Okay, when I hear like think of best actors, I think of Denzel,
Mm-hmm.
like Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, Forrest Whitaker. Like you know what I mean? Like Samuel L. Jackson. People who take their craft serious and like who really gives you the emotion. Like let's be honest, Creed was okay, but there wasn't it didn't make you feel like you was like where Rocky. When Rocky first came out, we seen Rocky. You felt the hunger in Rocky. When Creed came out, I don't know if it's because it's new age and these niggas ain't really hungry in this age and time. They just, they just popping up or something. But Rocky was different. Like you felt Sylvester Stallone, you felt the hunger, him wanting to be the best fighter, like him, running, going up the stairs, like really getting in shape and stuff like that. But it was just like you didn't get that emotion out of Creed. Like it was okay, but it wasn't giving me he should be in par with the best actors. Bro, how? But it was just all the girls felt like he was so fine. So it was like his regular acting was just enough. And I'm like, it's just not it. Him and Black Panther, it was okay. But it didn't give me best actor. Like Chadwick. That guy, when you see him play um
Going
the
to
baseball movie,
Jackie Robinson.
that right there just made you feel like you was there at that time and age. Like you felt the emotion, you felt the struggle, the fear, the excitement. Like you felt that. Like that's good acting. Um, what's his name? Uh, what's this actor? The other one, Jonathan Majors. He played Creed 2. That acting was even worse to me.
Mm.
I was like, nigga, you just came from prison. You should still be a dog. Like you should have. It should be a nasty hunger in you. Like you just came from prison. You literally left the the little hotel you was living at, staying at with nothing in your name to go meet a nigga that you knew when you was a kid that's up now, right? Cause you want to get put on. and you felt like you was the best fighter from the beginning, right? But where's the dog? Where's that hunger at for somebody who just came out of jail from a long time? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And then him being on Marvel, it was another subpar. But Marvel been giving subpar for a long time, so it's just okay. Marvel ain't been giving good actors, ain't been giving good movies for a very long time. I don't even know why these actors on these writers on a writer strike, because movies that's been coming out recently just been trash. So they was on a strike way before the movie started coming. They just went national about the strike, but they've been on a strike because what they've been giving out, these writings, plots and stuff, has been trash for a long time. It's not like the writing just got trash. It's been so many movies that been playing out for the past 2, 3 years that's been like, bruh, this could have came on streaming service. Like, we didn't need to go pay the movie theaters for this. Let's be honest. It's not like, oh, movies just got bad. Movies been getting bad for a long time now. It's a lot of movies that's been in theaters, and we be like, why did we spend $15 for it? Like, girl, can I get my refund back? Like, this could have been on cable. This could have been on the internet. Like, y'all ain't have to put this on theaters. So for me, it's like those two actors, I wouldn't even put them in anybody's category of great actors. They haven't given me anything to say they are great actors. They've done bare minimum. If I can't feel the emotion that you're supposed to be giving me in the movie, you just at this point you just reading the scenes. I couldn't believe you was even part of this. I think you just reading the piece of paper, not even reading the scenes no more. You just reading the piece of paper and somebody else is acting it. Like, you know how you ever seen those be like once upon a time in a land far ago. Like, that's you in the movie. That's them. Like, somebody else is acting it. They just reading it. Like, that's what it's giving me. And I'm like, and I understand because y'all not getting paid enough, so y'all feel like y'all don't have to give that much. But the old time actors, the Denzels, the Will Smith, the Martin Lawrence, the Samuel Jackson, the um Lawrence Fishburne, the man, the guy with the eye,
Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker,
I'm,
all of
I'm
them.
mad I knew who that was. You said the one with
I
that.
was gonna say Kill Bill, but I couldn't. I was just like, that's not. I know it's not his name, but we all know Bill Cosby. Like you already know that. I'm like these Bill Cosby. Even though I know people don't like him right now because the whole situation, blase blase, but these guys really was out here putting in that work. When we think about Good Times, the amount of Sanford and Sons, like these actors was really putting in work. When I say they was really crafting their craft, and they deserve to have really seen the luxury of good living. They kids deserve to see the luxury of good living from the royalties that their parents left behind.
You think Denzel Washington's son can act?
Hmm?
You think Denzel Washington's son can act?
No, he okay, but he ain't his
He's
daddy
okay.
level.
Yeah, he
He's
ain't
not
there
even
yet.
close. He's not even a cough yet to his
I liked
daddy
him in
level.
Black. I liked him in Black Klansman. I thought he was good in Black
Hmm.
Klansman. And
Yeah,
the
but he's
movie,
still not his daddy level.
he's still not his daddy level. What about the movie with
Mm-mm.
him and Zendaya?
What movie is that?
It's an independent. It's an independent movie, but shit. What is that movie? I'll look it up. Um,
You know who else I think be skating around? When you just said her name Zendaya.
uh,
I think sometimes she skates around, like she gets by.
you think she gets by?
A lot of
Everybody,
times she just gets by because the thing is she's Let's be honest. If she was dark skinned, they would say she was a horrible actor.
Oh,
Some shows and some movies she does really well, but it's a large amount of them where she just, she just shows up.
did you like her in Euphoria?
It's- that one she put in her best footwork
Okay.
from the little
The
clips I
movie.
seen, but I never seen the whole show because I only seen clips. I don't even know where Euphoria comes out from. I just only
Uh,
seen clips.
I think it's on HBO. think it's on
Mm.
HBO. And the movie that her and John David Washington did is called Malcolm and Marie. Is on Netflix. So it's just them
Is
two.
it?
It's
Mm,
it's literally them two, and the budget is like 2.5 million.
I don't know what Malcolm and Marie is. What is it about? Is it about?
A filmmaker on the brink of Hollywood glory and his girlfriend, whose story made his career, find themselves pushed towards a reckoning as a single tumultuous night decides the fate of the relationship. Basically, they are the man made this movie, and it's kind of and she was his girlfriend was like the muse and some shit like it's
Mm,
the whole movie is just 2 hours of them arguing.
oh,
Two and
never
a,
heard of
the whole
it.
movie is literally 2.5 hours of them arguing over dumb shit.
And if you didn't tell me about this title, I would never even known this title existed.
Yeah, I remember
Like
watching it.
Kiki Palmer says, I don't even know this man.
Oh,
If
there
I
you
seen
go.
him, if I
That's another
see his
person.
clip on the screen, I wouldn't even notice.
There you go. You got another person, Kiki Palmer.
Kiki Palmer, she puts in work, and it's because she's dark skinned. I feel like she don't get the credit.
I I I love her, but she do have a habit of doing too much. But
Mhm.
yeah, okay.
Like, but acting wise, she does really well in like the movies she does have and everything. But I just think I don't know. It must be because she's dark skinned. She just does not like. They don't feel like she's like she deserved to get a bigger be put in a bigger movie. Like she only deserves. They feel like Kiki Palmer should only be in black, like movies significantly more black versus. Let's be honest, which would be her counterpart Zendaya.
You know what? Yeah, because Zendaya, she does have the complexion to jump around a bunch of other movies like Spider Man and Euphoria, and
Mhm.
whatever that movie where I think she was ran a train on or some shit like that. But
But I think Kiki would have did really well in Euphoria.
okay,
I'm not saying we want to see Kiki Palmer as a druggie. That's
it still hurt my heart when I watched that one Tyler Perry movie. Rudy Huxtable was a prostitute. Kind of hurt my
Mhm.
heart.
And it's
That's-
probably because we don't want to see her in that light. So I don't think we would have been happy. Like I think she still would have did really well, but like I don't want to see her like that.
oh yeah, oh, you're right. You're right. I don't want to see it, but yeah, I don't know. I don't. Maybe we will get because I'm not gonna. Some of our, I think most of the black women I've been seeing that's been getting constant uh films is Viola Davis. I've been seeing her in everything, and good
Because
for her, and that is good for her. I'm not
and
knocking
she
that.
gets paid very well. She made sure of that.
Oh yeah, it's like you. She said, if you call me the Black Meryl Streep, you better pay me like Meryl Streep,
Hmm.
and I like that about her. And I'm with you. If more black people do that attitude, I think we would get more out of it.
Exactly, but they won't. You know why?
Why?
Because they're afraid to be broke, which we already know they are broke. Let's be honest, a lot of these Hollywood actors are already broke.
Hey man, you get a taste of that. You get a taste of that lavish life, man. You don't want to go back.
Yeah. But the thing is, some of them need to understand how to be broke because they already broke. Like you ain't gotta flex for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Most of the regular black people are already living paycheck to paycheck, so you ain't gotta flex for them. Like, don't go buy a Rolls Royce, sis. If you ain't got Rolls Royce money, like it should not be. Like, let's look at this. These actors in Hollywood, black actors in Hollywood, been acting how long? And they owned half of them own nothing. Imagine that. They didn't own not a company. They didn't have that many sponsors. They didn't have like Queen Latifah had at one point she was the cover girl, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. She didn't have like, yeah, they might have did commercials for that, but you talking about they didn't have brand deals. Some of them might have had Coca-Cola, but that was very few. Mostly artists had
Mhm.
Coca-Cola, but like you talking about these young kids now are getting brand deals. You watching influencers surpass you in financial literacy.
Yo,
Influencers, people who just popped up on the scene yesterday, literally financially like more have more financial understanding than you. They are getting brand deals. They are being paid. They are opening up companies on you. And then
Casadet is having Nicki Minaj on his damn Twitch stream.
exactly. And Nicki Minaj is like rapper ringing out. Like there's no reason why Nicki Minaj has her own perfume line, water line, this and that. But Taraji P Henson literally during the pandemic finally came out with a hair care line. Why? You've been in the industry how long? Not one time someone from your team said, Taraji or Mrs. Henson, we should think about, creating a business for you or a company because people are gonna buy what you put out. Or because you advertise for Coca-Cola in their back end, or they didn't say nothing to you. It's probably the reason why she thought about coming out with the hair care line was because of what's the girl from Blackish, Diana Ross' daughter.
Tracy Ellis Ross.
Tracy Ellis Ross came out with the hair care line a few years before them, and that was still blowing up like crazy. So it's just like these are things y'all should have been thinking about. How to financially set yourself up for life. Like y'all bought big old mansions for yourself, right? Why didn't y'all think about buying apartments? Y'all had the money. It's not like you didn't have the money to buy land and buy an apartment and set it up and get some because y'all met people. It's not like they didn't meet people. Y'all met business owners, people that owned stuff, that had money influx, that had millions of dollars, and they didn't have to do the stuff. Because let's be honest, these celebrities, people be wanting to be their friends. So I know you have met some people who own projects, who went and bought out businesses, who bought out subways, who created, like there should have been no reason why y'all been in the industry this long. Y'all didn't know y'all was just financially dumb for so long. Like you get me? Like it's confusing me. Some of y'all only own the house that y'all live in.
Well,
That's it. And y'all renting. Like y'all renting in different towns. Like y'all, it's not like they didn't have the money because y'all bought ridiculously crazy vehicles, ridiculously crazy jewelry, like clothes and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I understand y'all living in this big house, but somebody should have said on y'all team was like, bro, we need to bring in an influx of more money, like, or or y'all seen this guy who's in real estate, y'all like, man, let me like message him and see how he got into it, how he's doing it. Like how much do I need to put down? Like I feel like there was a lot of things just black actors just lack that you're now watching these younger kids who's just popping off of social media that you're now seeing these black actors trying to do the whole going live on a consistent basis so they can kind of talk to their fan base and like make them seem, but it's like there's so many things that y'all was just lacking. There should be no reason for y'all to been this far down and below. That no one in your team, because there's a whole lot of white actors or Asian actors or whatever I mean, that's making millions off of like the money they had saved up that their accountant had invested in proper locations for them. So it's like you gotta question your team. Like, what was your team like, bro? What was y'all doing?
Okay. And on that note, I think we done said a lot. We are 2.5 hours in, so
Oh no, that's crazy.
yeah, we was going. We was going. So with
Well,
it, go ahead.
I'm gonna text you.
Okay.
It's
um.
not about this. It's not about this. I'm done with this. I said
Okay.
my long big two piece.
It's okay. That's why I brought you here because I knew it was going to be some good quality content. So with that, I thank you for joining me on this. So
Mhm.
with that being said, my name is Ospina Fly. That is Material Life. Make sure you go check out her YouTube channel when she wants to upload her stuff.
Don't do that to me.
I say that with all love. I say that with all love. But check her. When you can check her out. But until then, my name is Oskito Fly, and I'm out. Peace.
Peace.